Hey guys, it's Pixarman 1001, and today I have an interesting DVD and Blu-ray collection overview for you. This is my Spider-Man collection. Now, much like the other ones, I'm not going to show my VHS copies, because I do have Spider-Man 1 and 2 on VHS as well. But I'm just going to be showing the DVDs and Blu-rays. Now, we're going to start with this one. I'm not going to mention any of the cartoons or TV shows. I do have a bunch of them down there, though, as you can see. You got the new animated series, Spectacular Spider-Man, the 90s, the 60s, and there's one from the 80s as well. A bunch of other Marvel cartoons down there, so... yeah, that's a little glimpse of my cartoon collection on DVD. But anyways, I'll have to make a DVD collection, even though it's far from complete. Whatever. You can see what I have. But we're going to start off with the Spider-Man movie, the first movie. So this movie was released in theaters in May 2002, and it came out on DVD in November 2002. But this is the edition that was really nice. This is the Spider-Man Limited Edition DVD Collector's Gift Set. I think I have it the cover on upside down, actually. But on right here you can see Spider-Man Limited Edition Collector's Gift Set, the ultimate collector's fantasy, including 2 amazing DVDs and a web of collectibles. So let's take a look inside, shall we? So the top comes off. I'm going to start off with the collectibles. So we start off here, we have this lithograph. I'm going to take it out of the plastic, but I got this used. It was at Halcon. I think it was I only paid about $15 for it. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it was a good deal. I wouldn't have paid much more for that. The Ramirez are one of the most impressive family dynasties in the world of comic book art. John Romita Sr. has drawn every major Marvel character, including Spider-Man. And John Romita Sr. passed away like last year, this year, something fairly recently, so... yeah, so rest in peace to him. As artist, plot consultant, senior art director, Romita became an institution at Marvel Comics. Today, John Romita Jr. continues the tradition at Marvel with his work on Spider-Man, the Hulk, and more. I think he did the Civil War, if I'm not mistaken, which was written by Mark Millar, who later went on to write comics like Kick-Ass and Kingsman: The Secret Service, so that's cool. Then we have this reprint of Amazing Fantasy number 15. That was just the Spider-Man part of it, unfortunately, but not the other rest of it. But though the world may mock Peter Parker, the timid teenager, it will soon marvel at the awesome might of Spider-Man. Also in this issue, important message to you from the editor about the new Amazing. A Marvel masterwork, Spidey, and those who have been caught in his wonderful web. So that's really cool. And we have the Cenotype of that scene right there where he's dodging the razors from the Green Goblin. I'm going to actually put it to the light up there. You can see. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, it's not like because this film I think it was shot on film, but then they added the digital effects in later, like to the negative. That's usually what they do. But this is just a copy because it's not an anamorphic ratio like usually they have. So but this is just a Cenotype, like it's a reproduction basically. So, but it's still very cool. You can read that. Spider-Man leaping out of the way of the razor bats in the fire building. You can read that right there. And here's something that usually would come inside DVDs from Sony Pictures DVDs, but only was in this set actually. The regular release didn't have this, but it's kind of cool, so I kept it here. But it says with great power comes great responsibility. These are production notes. Usually, like if you have like an old DVD from Columbia from like up to like early 2002, then they probably have this inside. Like in like the insert that has the chapter listing, they'll have production notes inside. Like I have Jumanji on DVD. If you have Jumanji on DVD and it has a chapter insert, like an insert that lists selections and says "Are you game" on the front, then it has this inside. So you can read. Let me just start again actually, so you can read it more clearly. Pause. You need to. Definitely was a huge movie. I was an infant when this came out, so I don't remember, like I wasn't even a year old yet, but still, I know for a fact that this movie had such an impact on people, so. And we have not one, but 2 different DVDs inside, so. And then the final bonus, you get a nice piece of cardboard to hold it all together. So I'll start with the main DVD first. This is Spider-Man. This is the widescreen special edition. This is what you usually be able to get at retail, so. And I think they might still sell this, actually, so. So disc 1 is the widescreen presentation. Yeah, basically it's widescreen version. There's a full screen version as well, but I just have the widescreen versions because that's how I roll. So it's got English and French, Dolby Digital 5.1, subtitles English, French, and Spanish, you can see there. Bonus features on disc 1, we have Weaving the Web subtitle factoids, which are pop-on production notes and historical facts. Commentary by Sam Raimi, Kirsten Dunst, Laura Ziskin, and Grant Curtis. SFX commentary by John Dykstra and the visual effects crew. Branching webisodes. Used to have that a lot. They used to have little web interstitials that they used to have, and then they always would put them on the DVD. 2 music videos, Chad Kroeger featuring Josie Scott, Hero, and Sum 41, What We're All About, which I may be in the minority, but I don't really like that song, to be honest. I think it's kind of, like, I wouldn't say formulaic, I'd say maybe formulaic, I guess, but it sort of just, it also doesn't really fit with Spider-Man. Just like a generic rap song, and I know other generic rap songs that are way better as well, so, and yeah, but it just doesn't feel like it's just not well written, and it's just not Spider-Man, so, but Hero is awesome. Despite that one featuring Nickelback, which everyone hates, I have to admit that I actually like Nickelback, so spam me all you want. I'll unsubscribe and do anything, but I will admit that I don't think Nickelback is bad at all. So we also have TV spots, theatrical trailers, filmographies, and character files. And in the DVD-ROM, we have a comic feature comparison, record your own commentary, which I think is sort of like the Shrek's Revoice Studio, and I think they had that in the Stuart Little too. Countdown to Spider-Man 2, and web links. Disc 2, we have HBO Making of Spider-Man, Spider-Mania, and E! Entertainment Special. Director profile, Sam Raimi. Composer profile, Danny Elfman. Screen test for Tobey Maguire, J.K. Simmons, and CGI Spider-Man. Costume and makeup tests. Gag and outtake reel. Conceptual art and production design gallery. Historical documentary, Spider-Man, the Mythology of the 21st Century. The Spider-Man Comic Archives. Rogues Gallery, The Loves of Peter Parker. Comic Book Artist Gallery. Activision Game Hints and Tips. I have that game on the original Xbox. And the DVD-ROM, we have Activision PC game, 2 playable levels, which must be, like, broken or something, because I have Windows 7, and I only tried it on Windows 7, but whenever I try to play that on my PC, the PC game level, you hear the sounds, and you hear and you see, like, the little meter and stuff, the borders, but there's no actual graphics, which is so weird, so I think it's probably incompatibility with Windows 7, so I have a virtual machine that finally got it working, so hopefully I'll be able to try that on there. But it's just two levels of the game, so I might as well just play it on the original Xbox, which I have, so, yeah. Then again, I played Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire on PC, and I have that on the original, or I have that on PS2, so whatever. I also got 3 exclusive Marvel dot comics, which are Spider-Man Blue #1, Black Cat #1, and Peter Parker Return of the Goblin. And a Spider-Man visualizer. Then inside, there's disc 1, which is kind of funny that the widescreen disc has the full screen cover art, while the full screen disc has the widescreen cover art. So it's kind of funny. And then there's disc 2. And then, actually, this isn't the original copy that came inside the set. I got a replacement copy because the discs were more cheap and they looked like they were suffering disc rot or something. I don't know why Sony pictures for some copies of discs would do cheap discs, and these ones are the better quality, much more sturdy feeling discs. And it wasn't a later pressing or anything, because this was the old set, so I guess. But what also came in that, this also isn't the original insert that came in that either, because the one that came in the set was just that image of Spider-Man, and on the back talks about these chapter selections. And if you like Spider-Man, we recommend Men in Black 2, Mr. Deeds, Triple X, and Stan Lee's Mutants, Monsters, and Marvels. What could have been is it could have been a later pressing that somebody put in the set here, so that might have been what happened. Then it says, swing 20% off all accessories. From Singular Wireless. I don't think we ever had Singular Wireless in here in Canada, but it's just the copy I had. Or maybe because it was a Canadian copy, that's why I didn't have the Singular ad, but yeah. But still, this copy I got to replace it, I just found it at Lawton's in the cheap bin. It was like $5, so. And it was, I think it was used, actually. It was sealed, but it was to look like it was new, so, but it was used. This is the other disc that comes in here. This is Stan Lee's Mutants, Monsters, and Marvels. This was a 2-part documentary, like 2 40-minute documentaries, about Stan Lee, and it's conducted by Kevin Smith, and basically, yeah, it's 2 complete features on 1 DVD, Creating Spider-Man and Here Come the Heroes. Stan Lee's inside scoop on Spider-Man the movie. So here's what they have on here. So the 2 features, this feature number 1 is Creating Spider-Man, where he talks about the inspiration behind creating Spider-Man. Stan Lee discusses Spider-Man's original artist. the web slinger's closest friends and arch enemies, TV incarnations, and Sony Pictures Spider-Man, Spidey in the hands of a new generation of comic creators, and much more. And then Feature 2, Here Come the Heroes, it features Stan Lee's first writing assignment on Captain America, the birth of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men phenomenon, Stan Lee discusses the fan controversy over creator credit, the Mighty Marvel Bullpen, fan interaction, Stan's thoughts on movies based on Marvel characters including the X-Men, the Hulk, Daredevil, the Silver Surfer, and the Fantastic Four, and much more. A lot of those projects were only in development at the time. I remember he was talking about how Daredevil was next and then the Hulk. So those two movies were indeed the next ones to come out. So loaded with these DVD extras. We get cast bios, behind-the-scenes featurette, bonus interview with Stan Lee's wife Joan, bonus story about the never-released Fantastic Four movie, the Roger Corman one. I think you can find that on YouTube now, though. It's pretty bad, but it's an interesting piece of history. Stan recites his original poem, God Woke, and rare Stan Lee home movie footage. This is from produced by Creative Light Video, distributed by Columbia. Interesting, it has the Destination Films logo right there, but I don't think they have anything to do with this on the disc. And the disc, it literally doesn't look like a Columbia disc. It just looks like a Creative Light Video disc, but it opens with the Columbia logo and this first Spider-Man trailer, so Columbia TriStar did release this, so it's quite interesting. So there was a VHS of it as well, but it took up 2 tapes, so. And then, so I'll put those in here. I usually keep this thing. I usually keep this separate on the shelf, separate from the shelf though. Like the discs, I keep on the shelf proper, so I can get at them more easily. And I keep the collectibles in the box on another shelf. So yeah, that's very nice. But that's not it for Spider-Man 1. On June 1st, 2004, they released a deluxe edition, which was a box that had the 2-disc edition that was inside that set, plus this disc in a separate case as well. This is a deluxe edition. This is the 3rd disc, all new special features disc. I didn't bother to buy that box version because I figured, like, I just found this disc on its own. I figured, like, why don't I just get that? So, yeah. This is just duplicating the same thing, so. It was just, in a case, it was the 2 cases side by side, so. So this is just all special features. Includes an exclusive sneak peek at Spider-Man 2 with special guest appearances from the set of Spider-Man 2, and the Spider-Man 2 theatrical teaser trailer. Also includes all new behind-the-scenes looks of Spider-Man, including costume designing the world of Spider-Man, the Spider Wrangler, wrestling match, World Unity Festival, Oscorp lab scene, the Goblin's Arsenal. Plus, Activision Spider-Man 2 PlayStation 2 game teaser. I have that game on the original Xbox. And DVD-ROM, we have Spider-Man 2 Activision PC game, be one of the first to play multiple levels from the upcoming Activision game, which the PC game is not the console game, not the same as the console game, unlike the first movie, so. And there's the disc. It might have a couple, I'm not sure if this has trailers on it or anything either, but it might, I'm not sure. Like, definitely a Spider-Man 2 and the Spider-Man 2 game, so yeah, obviously. But I thought it was interesting. And on the same day, they released another edition of Spider-Man. This time in Sony's Superbit line, and the picture and sound quality of this were superior in every way to the original, like, to the point where the original honestly looks very fuzzy and honestly unwatchable. Or not really unwatchable on its own, but, like, compared to this one was a much crisper, cleaner image. Now, you gotta remember the Superbit was a format that was sort of, well, it wasn't high definition, it was still standard definition, but it upped the bitrate to make it a much sharper picture. Like, bitrate and resolution are 2 completely different things, but it oftentimes does come down to bitrate because, like, there's lots of things that are, the resolution's 1080p, but the quality is such a terrible transfer, so therefore, yeah. But this one's Superbit, the bitrate was upped, so therefore, it was a lot better. And the sound quality has DTS unlike the other one, so. A lot of times, even if I have both the regular and a Superbit of a movie, I will often watch the Superbit. Like the Men in Black 1 and 2, I have the regular DVDs of those on the shelf. I have the Superbits in a special separate area, because they're such a unique set, but I always watch the Superbits over the other one, because I like to watch the DVDs more than Blu-rays of movies often, but because of the era they were in, but for DVDs, I always prefer to watch the Superbit. So yeah. But Spider-Man, and despite being one of the best Superbit presentations ever, and the philosophy that Superbit to get all the better picture quality that they need to take out all the special features. This one includes an exclusive commentary with Tobey Maguire and J.K. Simmons. It was previously available online. You could download it and sync it to your copy of the movie. But now that it's on here, and it's a fun commentary too, because usually those two don't do commentaries, but it was kind of cool commentary to see, and it was definitely very enjoyable to hear that. So I say see, but yeah, hear, because it's a commentary, you just hear it. So, but if that wasn't on here, imagine how much even better the quality could be. But yeah, and spines are usually just gray or silver or whatever. So talks about what Superbit does. Yeah, but definitely if you're looking into getting Superbit DVDs, Spider-Man 1 and 2 are definitely the ones to go for in terms of improved picture and sound quality. Like Superbit, sometimes it would take a little while to even notice that it was a better quality. But sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. But like Spider-Man were the ones that I was like, oh yeah, right away I noticed this is a better picture and sound quality than the other one. So there's some other Superbit titles that were available at the time. So many of those I have. Let's see, I have Lawrence of Arabia. I have Hook. Not all of these are in my main collection. Some of them are in my watch list. But yeah, I got Lawrence of Arabia. I got Hook. I have Dark Crystal. I'm looking to get the Labyrinth one just because I have Dark Crystal. Might as well get Labyrinth. I got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I got that Charlie's Angels, which there wasn't like a regular, like the Superbit Deluxe replaced the regular edition, which was interesting. Air Force One I have. Desperado I have. Also got A Knight's Tale. Mask of Zorro I might get, but I might not actually. So Panic Room I have. Again, that's the only release at the time because they later released a 3-disc regular edition, but for a while it was only Superbit. So Men in Black 1 and 2 I got Triple X, Bad Boys. For all those, that's it. I think I have a couple others too that came later. I have SWAT, I got Cliffhanger, and I have a few that I can't remember the titles now. But yeah, I'll have to go through that again at some point. But yeah, talked about how it works. It's definitely a fun little format to collect, though. I do agree on that. So it's definitely a fun little format to collect. We have Spider-Man there. I'm going to actually keep this on the side, actually, this time. Usually the Superbit chapter inserts have the same images inside as the regular chapter inserts do. So, but yeah, definitely didn't have the bonus features, but for picture and sound, it's like great reference quality for DVD. So those are all the copies of Spider-Man 1, and those copies together all give you the ultimate experience. So now let's move on to Spider-Man 2. So while this set is much smaller than the Spider-Man 1 gift set, this is still the same idea. This is the collector's DVD gift set. I actually got two. I actually have two copies of this. Actually, I have a box. Not all the pieces are in each one though, because here's the thing: I bought this, and it only had the movie was sealed inside, which was quite nice. One of the pieces was missing. It was the comic book artist portfolio, which was the best piece in the whole set, I think. But I was like, buying that piece on eBay is just going to be totally expensive, so I figured I just might as well buy a new set. So I found one as well that had that missing piece, but every other piece was either missing. There was either missing pieces or some of the pieces were broken or something. And it had the movie sealed inside again, so I have a spare in case I ever need that or whatever. So I stored that away. But all I needed was that thing, so I just sort of switched out the two, and now I have so I made a complete set, so. But yeah. See, it's very nice. So inside we have the concept of screen portfolio, which is the first of two portfolios. It basically talks about concept art. You can read that if you want. Compares the concept arts to the actual pieces of like the actual screenshots from the film, snapshots from the film. You can definitely see a lot of stuff. That's the credits. And then here's the comic book artist portfolio. This is the best piece in the whole. I love the red color on that too. It's very nice looking. We got little we got also little clear pages too, which is quite nice. So many cool images in here. So that's this yet. Yes, definitely. I enjoy that. That's part of the collection so much. And there's the participating artists. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this one-handed, so it's kind of hard. That was the side. You got Dr. Octopus there. Yeah, this is the piece that was missing, so I'm kind of glad that I found it. I found another set that had it in it. So yeah. Then we have this set of postcards that I'll never use. I know the Batman Begins set has a similar set. The Batman Begins gift set I have on Blu-ray has a similar set of postcards. Sacrifice, Choice, Destiny, the character. Those are the posters released, but I'm never going to send those postcards because that's the thing. They expect you. They put these in and expect you to. They put things for you to use them, like to put a stamp there. But like, are you ever going to use them really? So yeah. And then we have a reprint of the Amazing Spider-Man number 50, Spider-Man No More, which is a comic that heavily inspired this movie. It's not full size like the other one, but it's still readable, obviously. And then we have the movie right here. Again, this is the widescreen special edition. Unlike Spider-Man 1, the widescreen was the yellowish orange. The full screen was blue, where Spider-Man was the other way. The first one was the other way around. The widescreen was red. The full screen was yellowish orange. So that one was more yellowish orange, whereas this one's just pure yellow, I'd say. So the let's see the specifications there. I should have mentioned the Superbit had English the Dolby Digital. The English was the Super. I forgot to mention that it was English, DTS, and Dolby Digital 5.1, and then there's the subtitles are English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, Korean, and Thai. So Spider-Man 2, like I said, we have English and French 5.1 Dolby Digital, and English and Spanish Dolby Surround, and subtitles we have English, French, and Spanish. So the bonus features here: Disc 1, we have commentary with Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, Avi Arad, Grant Curtis, a technical commentary, blooper reel, Spidey Sense 2 trivia track with pop-up facts and trivia about the film and the world of Spider-Man, 4 webisodes, original online featurettes in the film's theatrical release, Train Ordinary music video. Disc 2, we have Making the Amazing, a 12-part documentary from pre-production to the Hollywood premiere, Hero in Crisis, a deeper look into Peter Parker and his personal battles and the continuing story of Spider-Man, Ockumentary, 8 Arms to Hold You, a special look at Doc Ock from the comics to the big screen, Interwoven, The Women of Spider-Man, a look into the lives of Mary Jane, Aunt May, and the other women in Peter Parker's life, Enter the Web, a groundbreaking multi-angle look behind the scenes of the climactic Pierce sequence captured in real time, Art Gallery, a collection of Alex Ross's paintings used in the opening credits of the film, Activision's Spider-Man 2 Spinning the Game, behind-the-scenes look at the making of Spider-Man 2 the game, and web links. And then inside here, let me just grab the slipcover. There we have the Disc 1, which is the Spidey design, and Disc 2 is the special features. Other movies on DVD, we have Spider-Man, Men in Black 2, Hellboy, Triple X, and Spider-Man the New Animated Series. I have all those on DVD, so yeah. And there's a picture of Dr. Octopus in the back. Dr. Octopus is probably my favorite Spider-Man villain, and this is my favorite Spider-Man movie, I gotta say. I think I might even like it better than Into the Spider-Verse, actually. But yeah. To me, the Holy Trinity is Spider-Man 2, Into the Spider-Verse, and No Way Home. I guess you could add Across the Spider-Verse to that, but I actually kind of like Spider-Man 1 better than Across the Spider-Verse, so that's just me. Whatever. Yeah, I wasn't as taken with Across the Spider-Verse as others were, but still, absolutely loved it. Whatever. So, and we're only talking about the mainline movies here, just so you know. We're not going to be Into the Spider-Verse won't be mentioned in here, nor will the spin-offs like Venom and Morbius. So, we'll not be talking about those. But anyways, Spider-Man 2, I also mentioned, was released in theaters in June 2004. It was June 30th, 2004, and came out on DVD on November 30th, 2004. And on that same day, because usually the Super Bits would come out a little bit after, like while after their regular DVDs. This is the only Super Bit that was day and date with its regular counterpart. This was Spider-Man 2, the Super Bit. Now, it doesn't match with any of the other Super Bits. And this is the last one of these kind of regular Super Bits to come out, actually. They sort of stopped the line by that point and only used it for specific things like the Naked Fish Aquarium Simulator, and they had like multiple new editions of like The Professional, The Fifth Element, and Silverado, and The Brown Bunny, which is like an adult art film. So, but whatever, they did that. But this was the Super Bit Spider-Man 2, which is the last like true Super Bit in my opinion. And again, the audio English, Dolby Digital, and DTS 5.1. And we have subtitles English, French, and Spanish. But again, I actually took, like, Spider-Man 1 and 2, I took screenshots of the original DVD, like the regular DVDs, and the Super Bits. Super Bit came out in every way. You actually could see from a far distance that the taps on the sink in Peter Parker's apartment were indeed taps. So, yeah. So basically, and like there was a scene where it says he's back. On the regular that shot with the newspaper, it was actually glitched. There was like a bunch of pixels missing near the bottom of the screen where it was all black. Whereas in this one, the font was actually clear to read, and it was perfect. There was no imperfections at all. So that's why Superbit was always a better choice when it came to actually watching the movies. Most people wouldn't care, but I do. So, anyways, you're probably like, why don't you just get the Blu-rays? Well, I have the Blu-rays of these movies, and I just like to have the old DVDs just because it's the era they're from. So, and there's the other Superbits that are available here. Black Hawk Down. That was the other Superbit I forgot to mention that I had. Yeah, that's the one I forgot to mention. So. There's no chapter insert in here because they kind of stopped doing that by that point, so. Only having advertisements for other DVDs, so. Now, that wasn't it for Spider-Man 2 either, because in April 2007, a month before the release of Spider-Man 3, to promote the release of Spider-Man 3, they put out this, which was an interesting release. Spider-Man 2.1. Now, I remember I brought these to my learning center in school to show everybody, and everyone was like, oh my god, what's Spider-Man 2.1? I've never seen that, and I told them all about it, so. This is a 2-disc extended cut of Spider-Man 2. It's got 8 more minutes of footage, and some alternate things too, like the whole Mr. Z's scene, where Mr. Z's at the beginning goes, go! Which is a very iconic moment. That's not in here, it goes, go! Like, just more generic, and the elevator scene has completely different dialogue. And there's many other scenes not in the original cut. Now, I think I still prefer the theatrical cut in every way, just because they cut these things for a reason. But it's still a cool cut to have. Like, it's still a cool thing to own and to have, because it's kind of different. And usually Sam Raimi movies, like Spider-Man movies, would never have deleted scenes on the DVD, so therefore it was cool to get something like that. Again, it's not good as a replacement for the other one. It's good as a alternate cut. And this one has English, French, Portuguese, and Spanish 5.1 Dolby Digital, and subtitles English, French, Spanish, Portuguese. And so disc 1, we have audio commentary by Laura Ziskin and Alvin Sargent. Spidey Sense 2.1 trivia track with integrated pop-ups that take you on set during key scenes. A sneak peek at Spider-Man 3, Inside 2.1 featurette. Multi-angle Danny Elfman's score. With great effort comes great recognition featurette. VFX breakdowns and in-depth look at the visual effects on Spider-Man 2.1. And pretty sure this is a trailer for Spider-Man the video game as well. Spider-Man 3 the video game as well. I think a trailer for this might have been on the Casino Royale DVD as well, so. But yeah, definitely an interesting release, and this cut is not the special features, but this cut is on every Blu-ray release pretty much, so. Now we come to the final. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I should also mention this, because it's a disc format and around the same time. I got the UMD video of Spider-Man 2 as well. This was the one that was originally packaged with the first PSPs that they released back in early 2005, like March 2005. It's just the movie on there, English, French, stereo audio. Yeah, it's English subtitles. Yeah, it's just a cool little thing, and I collect these, but this is the copy of Spider-Man 2 that probably a lot of people... I don't know many people who have an actual case version and not the one that comes in a little mailer like this, so, yeah. Now, here's Spider-Man 3. Now, I don't have the, I don't have the list of specifications because this doesn't come with the backing. This was a Future Shop release, I think, in Canada. It's a 2-disc special edition, but I'm pretty sure it has the whatever. If you look at the back of your own DVD, if you have Spider-Man 3, the audio and subtitle options would be exactly the same. So yeah, but it's still a nice steel book. It looks like it has a similar look to the 3-disc DVD that came out that has a bonus disc as well. So yeah. Columbia Pictures. See right there, yeah, pretty cool. But I did write the bonus features, but I'm not going to mention those right here because when we get to the Blu-ray edition, whatever. Here's it says, bring home Blu-ray editions. We have Spider-Man 3, Casino Royale, Fifth Element, Surf's Up, Monster House, Hitch, and Click. I've got Hitch, Monster House, and Click on DVD. And I have Hitch and Monster House on Blu-ray as well, but I don't ever keep them anywhere. Like on the main shelf or whatever, because I don't want to have to commit to collecting everything from that era. It's just, maybe I have OCD or something, but it's just something that I have. Surf's Up I have on DVD. I don't have the Fifth Element, but I do have Spider-Man 3 and Casino Royale on Blu-ray. in addition to DVD, of course, but whatever. And Casino Royale, I don't have that Blu-ray. It's the later collector's edition Blu-ray because that's the better copy in every way. So you can see disc 1 here is the Spider-Man, like the regular Spider-Man, and disc 2 is the Black Spider-Man. And the back artwork, back there's him looking in the mirror, which is a big part of the marketing, I remember. But we also got the Blu-ray of Spider-Man 3 as well. Now, the movie was released in May 2007, and this Blu-ray came out in October 2000. These DVD and Blu-ray came out in October 2007. So this is the... Here's every hero has a choice. So there's the spine. And there's the back. So the bonus feature, actually, I'm going to look at the back inside of this one for the bonus feature. Just one right here, we have filmmaker and cast commentary, Snow Patrol music video, bloopers, photo galleries. And then just 2, we have Grains of Sand building Sandman, reimagining the Goblin, Covered in Black creating Venom, on location in New York and Cleveland, Inside the Editing Room and Science of Sound, 3 stunts featurettes, and then we also have Tangled Web, the Love Triangle, Spider-Man 3. Fighting, Flying and Driving, the stunts, Hang On, Gwen Stacy in the collapsing floor. Wall of Water. And some trailers and TV spots. So they don't have those all listed on back there, but they're all listed I listed them inside the steelbook, so yeah. Like I just printed a document off. I just wrote a document and then printed it off and taped it in there, so. And it's like, because I can't really put them in here because it's 2 Blu-ray discs, so. There's disc 1. And disc 2. Same look as the DVDs, so. So we got this Blu-ray ad right here. Blu-ray disc delivers the ultimate high-definition experience. Again, ads here, we got Casino Royale, Open Season, which I think I have that on DVD. I wasn't a huge fan of Open Season, but I just have it because I got it in like wholesale a lot of DVDs, so I decided to just keep it just in case. Pursuit of Happiness, Stomp the Yard, Rescue Me, Ghost Rider, which I have on DVD, Talladega Nights, which I have on DVD, The Messengers. There's some more in the back there. And then here's the French language ad for Blu-ray. And on the back of here, they list Hitch, Triple X, which like I said I have on DVD, Stealth, which I have on DVD, House of Flying Daggers, Into the Blue, 50 First Dates, which I have on DVD, The Fifth Element, and A Knight's Tale, which I have on the Superbit DVD, So that was it for the Sam Raimi series. Now we go on to the 2 Mark Webb directed ones starring Andrew Garfield. So we start off with The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm Canadian. This is an American copy. I remember I got this on my trip to Orlando in 2014. I bought this and The Avengers. Both of the big 3D comic packs. I remember it was a huge purchase I remember made with my own money, and I was so happy to do that. So we got the Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, and DVD on here. So see the slipcover is very damaged. Like I might have to get a new slipcover if I can find a good one. A good price, because this one has a lot of damage on it. That's the thing. I used to take these in my backpack to school to show people, but then they would bump around and they'd all get damaged. As a child, so I didn't really take good care of my movies, so. But now I try to, so. This one, we got the Blu-ray 3D exclusives. We have Blu-ray 3D exclusive view. We have interactive 3D film school with director Mark Webb and a 3D progression reel. Bonus features that are Blu-ray exclusive. We have the Amazing Spider-Man second screen app. Like you can download this app to your phone. It probably doesn't work anymore though, because this is 11 years ago now. Jeez, it's been 11 years, because I remember seeing part of this in the theater, but then I left because I was having sensory overload for some reason. And plus it wasn't that good, but if I had known that where I was right before the climax, we were more than halfway through the movie, we were 3/4 of the way through the movie. If I had known that, I would have just stayed. It wasn't that, I don't think my mom really liked it as much either, but still, I'm glad I finally saw it years later, so a couple years later, so yeah, when I got this Blu-ray, so. We also have Rite of Passage, The Amazing Spider-Man Reborn, over 90 minutes of in-depth making-of featurettes, pre-visualization sequences, and progression reels. Plus, the ones that are also on the DVD, we have deleted scenes, audio commentary with Mark Webb, Avi Arad, and Matt Tolmach, and stunt rehearsals, and the Oscorp Archives Production Art Gallery. To watch this movie in 3D, you need a 3D high-def TV, Blu-ray 3D player, or PlayStation 3, compatible glasses, and a high-speed HDMI cable. Remember when Blu-ray 3Ds were a thing? I never had a 3D TV, but I always liked the covers better, and they were just a better... I just thought they felt like a more substantial and complete package, to be honest, so... Nowadays I don't really care either way. Like, I got Wreck-It Ralph, just the regular version. I got Adventures of Tintin, the regular version. A lot of titles, just the regular, but I still think that 3D is more substantial, especially when it's in a thicker case. Whatever. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man 3D disc. We have the regular Blu-ray, which is interesting how it's upside down, sort of, and then Gwen is upside down there too, or sideways, or whatever. Special features, and then the DVD, which has the lizard on it. So the artwork on the back. That was the thing about Sony's 3D Blu-rays for a long time, is that they had transparent cases, which made them sort of unique from the other companies, which just had the big blue cases, and they'd say Blu-ray 3D on the top. But they were sort of, because Sony already was known for their transparent Blu-ray cases with the PlayStation 3. So then we have this get ready for whistling action with this exclusive human spider suit for the mobile game. Sony Entertainment Network. Then we have Skippy Natural, gives you energy to be a superhero every day. Sorry, but I don't mind not... I don't even know if they sell Skippy over... I don't think they sell Skippy over here, because this is, remember, like I said, an American copy, so... I eat Kraft peanut butter, so there you go. But this looks interesting. Spidery peanut butter cookies, which you could probably make with Kraft peanut butter, but might be actually a good idea to make around Halloween, actually. That could be kind of fun, actually. I think I might screenshot that recipe, actually. Yep, and then it says, complete your Spider-Man collection now. The best picture, the best sound, and the best value. We have Men in Black 3, which I have that on Blu-ray. Again, not the 3D, just the regular. The Pirates Band of Misfits, or what it should be called. They should have kept the name in America, the British name in America, which the real title, because it's a British film, is The Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists. And they're planning a sequel, apparently, too, called The Pirates in an Adventure with Cowboys, but that never was a thing, so... Arthur Christmas, and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, which I have on Blu-ray, despite never seeing that movie. I just have it to complete the Marvel set, sort of. Though even then I stopped doing that after a while. Like, I don't feel the need to get Dark Phoenix or New Mutants, so... And I still haven't bought a copy of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania yet, so yeah. But, whatever. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was, I think, the first bad MCU movie. Like, I can say so much about that, but that was bad. But I'll say that for another time, so... The Amazing Spider-Man 3D, this is a nice pack. Then we have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 3D. This is again a Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, Digital HD. This one I did buy in Canada, as you can see the Canadian stickers, because I bought this, I think, on Boxing Day. Usually after Christmas I go back and Boxing Day buy a couple things with some of my Christmas money, so... there's no exclusive Blu-ray 3D features on here, but the Blu-ray exclusives, we have 9 additional deleted scenes with commentary by director Mark Webb, including Peter meets his father. That was such a cool scene. I would have loved to have seen because the Amazing Spider-Man, if you watch the Unusual Suspects review of the Amazing Spider-Man, he goes into detail about how there were so many scenes not in the film, and that the movie was supposed to be completely different. Like, experience the untold story, and we just happened to get, like, almost a remake of the first Spider-Man movie instead. But it'd be interesting to see the original planned version of the movie. I'd love to see that. And same with how they moved a lot of that to the sequel. But even then, in the sequel, it wasn't resolved because they were hoping to get a third movie. But that never happened. This movie was literally made to set up a cinematic universe. And when a movie's made to set up to do nothing but set up a cinematic universe, then it is bad. Because at least Iron Man was made to do that, but at least it had its own worth as a standalone movie, too. Which is why it worked, and why Marvel was the only one to really do that. The only other company, I think, that actually succeeded at a cinematic universe was Legendary with their Godzilla Kong universe. Because it was not a huge universe with multiple characters. It was literally just based around 2 characters, Godzilla and Kong. And that's what worked for that one, so... But, like, because, like, DC, they've had to reboot it. And even Marvel's falling off now, too, and they're apparently planning to reboot it after Secret Wars in 2027. Tentatively, so... But the other bonus features are here is, like, there's a lot of things I could go on about all day, but we got a video to make here, so yeah. So we got The Wages of Heroism, making The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is 100 minutes of immersive featurettes detailing the heroic efforts to bring Amazing Spider-Man 2 to life. Also includes filmmakers' commentary, 4 deleted scenes of the commentary, and Alicia Keys' It's On Again music video. And then in here, as you can see right there, Amazing Spider-Man 2. So you got the Blu-ray 3D right there, and I hate how the discs are stacked. I think the way it originally came was that the Blu-ray was on top of the DVD, and then the 3D was there. But I figure since the Blu-ray is the only one I really use, that it's the one that I just put underneath where it's not touching another disc. So because the 3D I don't use, and the DVD also the DVD I never really use either. So, but yeah, there's the Amazing Spider-Man 2 right there on DVD. So, and now the Revlon one's supposed to be in the front here, but I think it looks better when they have the Shutterfly ad. In fact, I don't know what Shutterfly or Revlon have, like lipstick and makeup products have to do with Spider-Man, but whatever. I guess it's red. That's about it. So, and now this is what they should have had at the forefront. They should have had this, the Spider-Man Sparks Will Fly in 2014. Even though this Blu-ray, this movie I forgot to mention because The Amazing Spider-Man was released in July 2012 and came out on Blu-ray in like October or November 2012. This one was released in theaters in May 2014. I remember going to see that in theaters, and it was released on DVD in Blu-ray or whatever in August 2014. So quite a quick release. Evian, live young. I remember that commercial with the breakdancing Spider-Man baby. That was funny. So, and then it says all these other great titles today. Spectacular Spider-Man, the complete series, which I don't have that complete series Blu-ray set, even though I'd like to get it. But I have the DVD set, the first season. The Amazing Spider-Man, again, like I said, I have that on Blu-ray 3D right there. And then the Spider-Man trilogy, I got many different editions of that, as you know. And Avengers Confidential, Black Widow, and Punisher, which I have right here. That's the same company as they did the Marvel anime shows on G4 and Iron Man Rise of Technivore. They were made by Madhouse and Sony Pictures Japan. So yeah, we got Beanitos. Never had those. I don't know what those are. Probably some like health food you find in the health food section at the grocery store, or the vegan section or something. So, and then now, I said before that was the last of the Sam Raimi movies. Not quite, because around the time of Spider-Man Homecoming, which was the third iteration of Spider-Man in the movies, came out in theaters. They released June 27. They released these in June 2017. They came out with new Blu-rays of the existing Spider-Man movies. They had these nice digipacks or whatever, like these packs. I don't know exactly what you call these. They're not digibooks, but they're like book packaging. They'd with the first three movies, and there was also one of the two Amazing Spider-Man movies. But they also had a set of like a dual steelbook set for both movies, so that was cool. So the reason I bought this really though is because it had the Spider-Man 3 editor's cut. I wanted to see what that was. It sucked balls. That cut sucked balls because basically it was not really a good cut. It was like there was a couple deleted scenes in it which were kind of interesting to see, like the sandcastle scene, like where Sandman's daughter's on the beach and then he turns into the sandcastle. That was pretty interesting to see. But it was all out of order. It was so confusing, and it was like they removed the part where the butler tells Harry that your father died by his own hands. But they removed that. That's such a crucial part of the plot, but they removed it. Like, I know people were saying, "Oh, it's such a cringy part," but it was needed. Like, anyone who says they like that cut, I usually respect opinions, but I have to say that they might be insane if they think that, because, like, I can see it being, like, saying it's better than the original cut. Like, maybe people are just so accustomed to calling Spider-Man 3 a terrible movie. Like, really, Spider-Man 3 is not that terrible. Like, I know people just sort of, blindly listen to the critics, what they say, or, in this case, the opposite, because it actually had a decent critical reception. But it's a movie that grew on me, so, yeah. But still, this is an interesting set for another couple reasons. Plus, the movies are in high definition, so that's always a plus. So, now these sets, both the regular and the Amazing Spider-Man, they have bonus features from all the discs that were like bonuses or like from exclusive stores. Because it has the Spider-Man Deluxe Edition disc, and I think it has the commentary from the Super Bit too. It has all the features from that are at least video content, excluding the ones that are sneak peeks and trailers and stuff. Which is a bit unfortunate, because some of those do have unique behind-the-scenes stuff, but they were just literally meant to be promotional featurettes. But, like, the ones that are the exclusive featurettes behind the scenes of Spider-Man on that disc are there. There was like a bonus disc at Best Buy or something for Spider-Man 2 that had a VH1 special. There was like the Villains of Spider-Man 3 was a bonus disc. There was like bonus disc as well with in like the 3-disc Target edition, or like a Walmart edition that had the regular DVD, a bonus disc, and a comic book, or like a weird little like bonuses there. But basically it was and all that was there. Plus the Amazing Spider-Man 1, there were a couple different bonus discs that were DVD specifically, but they had like Walmart had the Blu-ray, but also included with the Blu-ray was a case that looked like a mask, and inside that was a DVD with like a exclusive featurette. And I think Target had one with another exclusive DVD, completely different. That's what often companies used to do. They used to have some features exclusive to one store, and like you had to, it was trying to get you to buy multiple copies of the movie. And with Star Trek Into Darkness, people just really were upset, really hated that, and they really let them know. So that's why Star Trek: The Compendium is probably the better way to get Star Trek. Then they did the same thing for Star Trek Beyond, so they didn't learn their lesson. But like I said, anyways, the Spider-Man Limited Collector's Edition, or Limited Edition Collection, excuse me. It had a lot of the bonus features. Had pretty much all the bonus features that were video content and not like sneak peeks or trailers from every other release, which is very nice. It's the most complete set you can get for all the special features. And I should also mention the Amazing Spider-Man 2 also had in the Best Buy exclusive of that. There were more bonus features on the disc itself, so it's kind of cool. But they actually have book things, and they have production notes, which you don't get with the steelbooks. So I don't know why people would get the steelbooks over this. It would be about the same price, and the steelbooks don't have these really cool production note things. So right here we have Spider-Man, the first movie. So another thing I hate about this is the discs are little flaps like that. Like the Star Wars Complete Saga Blu-ray set has that too. I hate when things do that. At least Blu-rays are scratch resistant, but some of the Simpsons DVDs starting with season 11 aren't so lucky. So there's Spider-Man 2, which includes Spider-Man 2.1 as well. All the commentaries are here too, I'm pretty sure. So, like, there's one commentary that like you can select. You can only watch it with Spider-Man 2, the theatrical cut, and there's another commentary you can only watch with Spider-Man 2.1. And then here's the Spider-Man 3. And then here is the bonus disc, which is the one that also includes Spider-Man 3 Editor's Cut. And I should also mention in the back, both of these have all new special features. They have the Stan Lee legacy from comic book to Homecoming. Icon Stan Lee looks back at the history of Spider-Man, the original cinematic adventures, and teases the all-new Spider-Man Homecoming. Pretty sure that feature's also on this set, too. So this is the Amazing Spider-Man Limited Edition Collection. Yeah, it's the same feature, so. See the audio and subtitles. I'm not going to mention the audio and subtitles anymore for these. Like, it's just too much, but you can probably look those up, so. Yeah, I always forget to do something, and it's always my problem. I always forget to do something, and then I never remember to do it again, so. And then, so inside right here, we got the production notes as well. Very nice. Again, I'm not going to read that because it's like a whole book level of things, so. But inside, we have the Amazing Spider-Man, the first movie. We have the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Which unfortunately this thing in here goes down a little lower because the bottom is loose down there, so it's a shame, whatever. And this is the bonus disc. So yeah, those are interesting. I keep those with some of my other Blu-ray sets of movies that I already have on DVD, like The Lord of the Rings, the Star Wars Complete Saga, stuff like that, so yeah. And now we come to the final leg of our journey here, the home trilogy, as they call it. They call it the Home Trilogy, which is the first and so far only trilogy of Tom Holland-led movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they have been developing the fourth movie. I know that the writer's strike put that to a halt, but now that the writer's strike is officially over as of 12:01 a.m. Pacific time on today, September 27th, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 26th or one. Yeah, it's officially over. So therefore, you're probably right. The actor's strike is not over yet, but I bet you that'll be over pretty soon. And they wouldn't need actors just to write it because it'll be a long time till they film this too. So there you go. But anyways, But Spider-Man: Homecoming, the first movie. This is the first movie. This was such interesting thing to finally see a Spider-Man movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe after many years. And a lot of people hated the fact it was like Iron Man. He's just Iron Man Jr. And it's like it's not a Spider-Man movie. It's a Marvel movie starring Spider-Man. But I'm sort of like, I guess so. But Spider-Man: No Way Home proves that Sony, I used to always say Sony can't make a good Spider-Man movie, without Marvel. Now I say Marvel can't make a good movie without Sony. So that's the thing. So, but let me go back. So this is Spider-Man: Homecoming. This was released on 4K on the same day, but I just got the regular Blu-ray. So another spine. There's the back. And the special features list is funny that it's upside down because it's Spider-Man. 10 deleted extended scenes, cast gag reel, the Spidey City Guide, a pop-up factoid track, unseen alternate Captain America PSAs, Aftermath, filmmakers bridge the gap from the Battle of New York, a tangled web, Spider-Man's integration into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and more. And then there's the case. And there's the Blu-ray. Hate these vortex cases, the Ecolite vortex cases, because they do this to discs. Didn't even take the disc out that much. Just they flop around in there, and therefore they all get damaged. So stupid. And I think Blu-ray. It's done that to a couple of my Blu-rays too. Let me just make sure this one's safe. Actually, yeah, it looks good. So, but anyways, there is the Spider-Man: Homecoming virtual reality experience available now for free as of 2017, and then there's those Spider-Man and Trilogy and the Amazing Spider-Man, the Blu-ray and 4K sets. Because they did 4K ones later, but yeah. The only things on 4K that were the theatrical cuts of the movies. And then there's the Spectacular Spider-Man, the complete series. 8-disc collector set, which is just the 8 individual DVD volumes in a box, basically, in a case. I used to have that, but I got rid of it because I didn't think it was practical, so I figured I'd rather just get the Blu-ray set, so. Download the official Spider-Man Homecoming app, featuring access to Peter Parker's phone, augmented reality suit explorer, filters, stickers and gifts, and more exclusive content. I think I actually had that app back in the day, and I remember they rebranded it as the Spider-Man Far From Home app later on. But I gotta say, it was a pretty cool, release, definitely. A cool app, definitely. And then we have Spider-Man Far From Home, the 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray plus digital. This release came right off the heels of when Spider-Man was taken from the MCU. Then they later reinstated him. That whole controversy in August and September 2019. But yeah, now Spider-Man's back, so yeah, but anyways, this was a great release because this cover actually was, I think this slipcover was designed by a user on Instagram that I followed for a long time. I don't know if I still do, but Boss Logic, he's a really good artist, and Sony asked if they could use his artwork for the cover, and of course he took the opportunity. So it's really cool that they did that. And this is one of those slipcovers where the back has just an image and there's no text, but because of that, they had to put the rating on the spine. Now, the American copy wouldn't look so bad because it's just the same font as that Ultra HD. Would not really blend in that much, but this one having the Canadian rating so bright and everything, just why? It's I know it's for legal reasons, but if that's the case, then why make that? So why not just put it on the bottom right there, by a shoe, by a shadow there? Why not just do that? It's no big deal. So then there's the actual cover, which is better than the theatrical poster, I'm pretty certain. So, an hour special feature including an all-new short film, Peter's To-Do List, cast bloopers, deleted scenes, and Blu-ray exclusives. You have stealthy Easter eggs, Far, Far, Far From Home, Suit Up, Fury and Hill, Thank You, Mrs. Parker, and much more. And then on the inside here, you get the digital code, which has already been used, of course, years ago. Or not, yeah, years ago, because this has been 4 years ago now. I can't believe that. I remember seeing this in the movie theater. So, all these, I've seen every Spider-Man movie in the theater since The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so. There's disc 1, and then there's there's the 4K, and then there's the regular Blu-ray. The DVD has the regular red and blue suit, Whereas the 4K is the Iron Spider, and yeah, because that's the thing. The 4K plus Blu-ray would be the Iron Spider suit and the Night Monkey suit, whereas the Blu-ray and DVD combo pack would basically be the Night Monkey suit and the regular Spidey suit. Sort of like how the Lego movie, back in the Lego movie, they had Emmett was on the DVD, Wild Style was on the Blu-ray, and Batman was on the Blu-ray 3D. And that was a combo pack there was a combo pack with all three, but in Canada, the DVD for the Lego movie would just have no artwork, so, like, with the not for individual sale, that's the thing they did in Canada, so there was no Emmett on any of the discs, which I thought was really stupid, but whatever. That's another thing. And then right here we have the one that everyone was waiting for, Spider-Man No Way Home. And this exceeded the hype for sure. This was absolutely amazing, this movie. Yeah, over 80 minutes of bonus content. Bloopers. Yeah, so there was an extended cut that hasn't been released on DVD, but it is available digitally. I saw that in theaters. I did it more just as an excuse to go out again, but still to see the movie again. But still, it was an interesting way to see the movie. So, but again, I still think the theatrical cut was better. And this movie was one of the best Spider-Man movies ever. And finally seeing, I don't have to keep it a spoiler anymore. I think everyone knows now. Finally seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back on the screen, and all three of the Spideys together. That was this movie felt like a great nod to my childhood too, because Tobey Maguire was my childhood Spider-Man, and Andrew Garfield, I was sort of growing up, in junior high, going through puberty when he was current. So it really felt like it was a great sort of send-off, sort of. Avengers Endgame felt like a good send-off to my childhood, definitely too. But, yeah, but this includes over 80 minutes of bonus content, including bloopers and gag reel, Spider-Man Unite, alternate reality Easter eggs, a multiverse of miscreants, I think I'm saying that correctly, Enter Strange, a meeting of the spiders, and more. And now let's open the case. So you have the 4K has Dr. Octopus on it, while the Blu-ray has the same image as the cover. And again, the digital code's already been used, so you can't take it from me. And then, yeah, let me just stick this back on right here, and yeah, I can't get it on right now. I'll just have to, case is for some reason kind of thick there, whatever. Anyways, so hope you enjoyed my collection. Spider-Man movies have definitely been a huge part of my life, and I'll be looking forward to any new Spider-Man movies that come out. So, yeah. And I think, some of the Spider-Man movies, I wouldn't say that The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and some of those were bad. But I always think that there's some that are inferior to others, but they all have something unique to bring. All the versions of Spidey have something unique to bring to the table. And I think that's what's great about them. Anyways, this is Pictureman 2001 signing out. And tell me what your favorite Spider-Man movie is, of these 8 mainline movies. Peace.